Alrighty, PG-13. This is G.I. Joe. This is G.I. Joe. Alrighty, now, what I'd really like to talk about today is why didn't we get, like, you know, say the winter figures, the Arctic troopers, maybe made into like desert troopers. I mean, it seems like a waste of a head sculpt. You could have easily made these figures, you know, like jungle troopers or desert troopers. I mean, you could change a few things around. There's a lot of different things you can do. Like, for example, Cold Front, he could have been made camouflage and desert camouflage. Hasbro seemed to miss the mark, like, for repaints anyways. You could have given us great repaints, and that would have even excelled like it did for some of the Night Force figures. So you could have had 4 different repaints. You could have, or 5, like Tiger Force, yeah, desert. So you could have definitely had more repaints, and then we could have had more uniformity in the line. And they could be special offer packs where, you know, like, see how Dusty's camouflage is? Like this camouflage pattern for Dusty would have been great on Clutch and would have been great on Grunt, as well as a number of other figures. Even like, for example, Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes could have used that desert camouflage, and that would have been fantastic. Same with Shockwave. Even like Colonel Courage, you could have given him a desert camouflage. Like, there's so many different types of stuff you could have done with your figures to get the most out of the line and to offer people more variety in the colors that they would have loved to have seen their favorite figures in. Sounds like I got a lisp. Anyways, so like, say for example, Lady J, you know, we could have had a whole bunch of figures with OG Stalker look. Like, I love his Ranger outfit. You know, that's that little bit of camouflage would have gone a long way. And that's another thing. Like, all these figures look great if they would have had like some camouflage, because we have them in the green shirts. But, you know, give them some camouflage paints. Even like Spirit, give him like a jungle camouflage or a desert camouflage. You know, that would have been awesome. He was in the Marauders line. That's another repaint line. Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders. But you know what I mean? Like, he would have looked better probably in Tiger Force colors, but for sure in like camouflage or desert camouflage. And keep it more like unified. You know, say if you give them all the same pattern as Dusty's camouflage, that is a fantastic camouflage. You know, that brown and tan color looks great. And same with, like, say for example, Sergeant Slaughter, we never got him in a full military suit, like all camouflaged up. You know, his full camouflage outfit. Same with, well, Alpine. You could do a lot with Alpine. You could have given Alpine a desert scheme, or even like the rock patterns. You know, the 1990s rock camouflage. That was cool too. Same with Beachhead, you know. Beachhead could have had that. Beachhead has like a more like a forest camouflage. He's got the forest green color. Even like the Tiger Force guys, you could have made them full on Tiger Force colors, not just like, you know, cheap note, you did just the legs and you didn't do the top part, or you did the top part and you didn't do the legs. And that's the same thing. Like, we got a Night Force low light, but I never got any of the Night Force guys. In fact, because they weren't in the main catalog, a lot of us didn't really like notice, or we seen them after it was already too late. It's like, oh, this looks different. You thought it was like a knockoff or something. Even like Airtight, Airtight's like, look at me over here, yo Joe. Anyways, Airtight, like again, if he had like different colors, I hate the yellow. Yellow sucks. But if you gave an Airtight a desert camouflage, that would have been great. Hey, he's gonna salute you. Yo, Joe. Oh, there goes the dominoes. Anyways, same with some of the pilots. Like you could have easily had camouflage pilots. That would have been fantastic. Same with vehicles. Like yes, you see later on in the line that they did that with the vehicles. I love that. That's fantastic. You know, if we would have had some of our vehicles remade, even like a SkyStriker. Oh man. But like the Ghost Striker, all done up in camouflage. Fantastic. Like there's so many things Hasbro could have redone. So maybe Super7 will get the hint, because I know Super7 loves to make repaints, and repaints of cool figures. Like I'm looking forward to the repaint for the Snake Eyes that they made, because that'll actually look better, because he should have been jet black, but the repaint that they give for Tiger First colors would be great. But to see like a desert, you know, see some of the figures get desert camouflage would be awesome too. Same with the winter figures. It just seemed like a waste of a great sculpt. You could have easily used, you know, these head sculpts, put them on different bodies, and given us, you know, desert camouflage or a jungle camouflage or a forest camouflage, you know, as well as Tiger Force. We got some of these in Tiger Force. But like, say for example, like Snow Job, it just sucks that Iceberg, you know, Frostbite, all these winter guys don't have any other kind of gear to wear, you know. They could have been, you could have made them like a tank driver, both of these guys. They look fantastic. Or a buggy driver, you know, driving a doom buggy. There's so much, like with the goggles and stuff, you know, that's the desert troopers. You don't want to get all sandblasted eyes. And a lot of you would agree with me, like, you know, when they went the direction of camouflage, some of the figures look awesome when they did it full up. Like Dusty looks fantastic. Same with even like, Storm Shadow. He's got the urban camouflage, and he's on the shelf down there. But you know what I mean? Like, you got figures that look super fantastic. Jinx, all done up in camouflage. You know, Storm Shadows, all done up in camouflage. And same with Cobra Troopers. We could have had like Arctic Cobra Troopers. Black Major Customs gave us something like that. But again, like, the sky's the limit. You know, like, look at all the different Fireflies we get, and just the full out camouflage outfit is fantastic looking. Like, I would have loved to have way more camouflage. Like, that's why people love certain figures, because the camouflage pattern is fantastic on some of these figures. You know, we could have had Crimson Guards, but maybe camouflage ones. We did get them in the black and the Shadow Guard, but again, could have had some camouflage Iron Grenadiers. So the possibilities were endless, and the different camouflage patterns were as well. I mean, yes, you know, like, that's what appeals to me about Stalker, is he's got a fantastic uniform. It's all camouflaged. And same with Roadblock, he's got his legs aren't camouflaged. So they should have, you know, given us like Ripcord. Ripcord's more camouflaged. I love the figures to be, have a little more to them, like the camouflage. Like Repeater there. Same with, oh man, Rakondo. Like, I love the fact, and same with Hit and Run. Those are great camouflage patterns. Now, this Roadblock seems to be more unified. He looks a lot better with that camouflage. But that's what I wanted. This is rock and roll, but I put the Outback's legs on him. It looks great like that. Now, this kind of camouflage didn't look so great. It looks like splats. That doesn't really look like great camouflage on that Duke. And then you get this. That type of camouflage is so-so, not as great. Oh, the 60s camouflage. But you get what I'm saying, like there's certain types of camouflage colors that look great. So, you know, Outback's legs, that camouflage looks great. Well, Gung Ho's colors is not as great like that. But again, like seeing the heads, these figures, they got awesome head sculpts. You know, why couldn't they have remade them? You know, we make a breaker and a clutch and a hawk. You know, definitely Zap. Like give us some different camouflage colors for these figures, and hopefully Super7 can do that for us with some of the figures that they'll be remaking. Because I love, like, this would have been great, this brown and green camouflage for a forest trooper. Just overall all the different types of camouflage patterns there are out there. You know, we could have had some fantastic looking figures, even like crappy figures. That's where you get better camouflage. And see, like Footloose camouflage pattern is not so bad, but it's too faint. You know, he's in a sitting position. Like same with some of the vehicles. You know, we could have got a Warthog all done up in camouflage. And It's Chad had a fantastic Havoc that was all done up in Tiger Force colors. You know, seeing some of these vehicles in camouflage or Tiger Force, that would have been great. You know, there's a lot more that Hasbro could have given us. Same with like Delta 17. You know, maybe we'll get some camouflage for the troopers. You know, the A and B troopers. The Delta 17. Like Rooster, he's all camouflaged up. He looks fantastic. You know, I like to talk about all the figures, but again, the repaints are always going to happen in the line. It helps the company to grow, and it helps to pay for our vehicles and everything else. You know, if we got some Steel Brigade in, I was going to say Steel Brigade all in camouflage, that would have been great. And the only one who could make us a Steel Brigade figure now is Valverse. So maybe if Valverse would give us an O-ring of Steel Brigade in a camouflage color, that would be awesome. But there's also, who else was that? Oh, Black Major Customs. They did tons of the Steel Brigade figures. And I don't know if they can do them anymore because Valverse seems to not be sharing. I bought it, I own it. It's stealing. But you know, there's always ways of working things out with other companies. So he's in the right, clearly. When you own a property, you know, you can't just go and steal the idea. But when someone's customizing a figure and then reselling it, hey, they've already bought it off you. And if it's been changed 25%, then it's legal, because that's what Disney did to Star Wars. In order to, that's why they altered the Stormtroopers by 25%. They still call them, well, they even changed the name. But the fact that they changed something 25%, they don't have to pay royalties out. And that's why some of these companies do. And basically, what it comes down to is, there's action figures are action figures, you know. And if someone's going to customize something and resell it, it's their property after that. They've already customized it, they changed it. Maybe they didn't license it, so if you want to license the change they made, then feel free to. If it's not licensed, you can use the idea. So is that stealing? No, that's just creative ingenuity. Wow. But anyways, all ideas come from another idea. So are all ideas stolen ideas? Like, you get what I'm saying? There's got to be somewhere you draw the line of insanity. And just enjoy the art of customizing and collecting. And, you know, maybe the resellers have to pay a portion back to the people that created it as royalties. You never know. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope I've inspired you to think a little bit more about what we could do with our figures and what maybe Super